Alright, I think we're live and good to go, but just double checking we have live on YouTube and Twitch. Showing signs of life on Twitch and possibly maybe showing signs of life on YouTube, I think. There we go. Alright, perfect. So we are good to go, which means we go ahead and start things out by saying hello, and welcome to another set of battles in Season 27 of Go Battle League. Apologies, admittedly, these battles were a little bit later than they were originally promised. I think a couple days later, but, you know, better late than never as we go ahead and, I guess, prepare our ponchos, get ourselves all prepared to face the oncoming storm that is the Weather Cup. Of which typings I don't really remember off the top of my head which ones are prominent, but I think I see a lot of water types here and there, and in fact we have ourselves a good amount of water types, so safe to say that's one of the typings. But anywho, we'll see, introduce the team in a moment and see what mons we'll be facing in just a moment. But before we do that, just to kind of recap where we're currently at in the season, we are currently still at rank 18. However, we are very, very close, if I remember correctly, to rank 19, so fingers crossed, if we do well enough in these battles, we should be able to see what our ELO is going to be by the end of this stream. Again, fingers crossed, knock on wood, everything goes well. But as of right now, we're currently still at rank 18. We got here with a total of 123 wins under our belt out of a grand total of 180 battles. Our current longest win streak is 16, and our Stardust gains are just a little under 2. Okay, so this is the squad. Let's go ahead and jump into it and see how we do for our first set of the night. Shall see. We await in suspense as to who our first opponent is going to be for the night. Oh, here we go. And match number 1 of the set is going to be against Jep9M. Alright, Jep9M, what do you got? First round is going to be up against a Cradley. Okay, then going all in on a Hydro Cannon. Do they opt the shield or do they opt the tank? Opt the shield? Okay. With that, I'm going to shield as well, just in case they're going all in on the Grass Knot. I suspect probably Rock Tomb, yep. You never know, right? You never know. Anyway, we'll go ahead and now opt to go all in on a close combat. Do we take second shield or do we take the Cradley? We take the Cradley. Okay, that next on is going to be an Obama Snow. Ooh, we do lose out, unfortunately, on our Quackable, RIP, but you've done well. With that, we will go ahead and swap out for our Carbink. Go ahead and let this go. It's going to be Weather Ball. We handle that A-okay. Not a problem there. I think even to do fire off Energy Ball here, we should be... Oh, yeah. Oh, shoot. Thank you for the heads up. I totally my game screen is frozen. Oops. Let me finish on this battle. Thank you for the heads up, A-Tran, and hello, and welcome to the stream as well. But I guess let me go ahead and continue on commenting throughout this battle. As right now we are well, we're now face to face with an Empoleon. We did lose out on our Carbink, but we are now fighting off against them with our Ludicolo. Of course, we do have to worry about the damage from Dropek, which is quite hefty, not gonna lie. Go ahead and check a shield here. I'm probably gonna lose out against this Empoleon, but after that we can go ahead and figure out why my screen opted to freeze here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have enough. We are double charged on Weather Ball. Do I have enough energy for energy? I do not have. I need one more Astonish for Energy Ball, but unfortunately the Yep, they're able to get to the next drill peck and clear out our Ludicolo. So unfortunately, that's going to be loss number 1 of this set. RIP's there, but nonetheless, GG's. GG's all around. Let me go ahead and figure out. Let me get the mirroring to stop, and then we'll go ahead and restart it. Okay. It's a little choppy, but for the most part, we seem to be back in action. And keeping an eye on the movement, see how it's reacting right now. I think I'm gonna opt to X out of it one more time, and then we're gonna restart it. Okay, keep tabs on it for now. Well, hopefully it remains stable enough that it gets the battles going. But yeah, thank you again, Atran, for the heads up. Apologies for the not being able to show off that last battle, but in the event, let's go ahead and jump back into the Weather Cup. And Scraggy, hello, welcome to the stream as well. You're technically third, but I guess close enough. Bronze medal. But hello, welcome to the stream. I feel like it's also been a while. Hope everything's going well. Oh, I think I also lost connection on my... Oh, wow. Oh, there we go. Okay, I think we're back. I'm not sure if I lost connection entirely or if I just lost connection. Okay, let me... Oh. Switch out to my cam. Apologies for the silence. Oh, this system's lagging like heavy time. Hopefully this is working now. Oh, the spacing on this is a little funky, but let me change that back. Okay, let me try introduce the team again. Third time's the charm. We have Quackable in the front with low kick, hydro cannon, and close combat. We've got Ludicolo with Astonish, Energy Ball, and Weather Ball. And then closing everything out, we have Carbink with Rock Throw, Moonblast, and Rock Slide. Okay, we'll keep an eye on how the stream's going. We'll go ahead and jump into our next battle, and we'll see how we do. Now you can't hear me? Well, we'll figure that out in a moment. But first, our next opponent's going to be against Zenith 21. Go ahead and fire off a Hydro Cannon their way. Get some good neutral damage in. We'll take it. Go ahead and check a shield here. Ooh, the thing is choppy. Go ahead and let this go. I think after this battle, I'm probably just gonna end the stream and then like try and restart. Because it's the computer, I think itself is a little bit rough right now. The next one is gonna be Empoleon. Okay, let's swap out for the Ludicolo. Go ahead and try and take out Drill pick number 1, we handle okay. I'm probably gonna try and bait it out with Weather Ball. I'm gonna go straight for the Energy Ball, see if we can land it. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna check up shield number 2 here. Ooh. Oh, they built up energy real quick. Oh, we can hear now? Okay, perfect. That's good, that's good. But yeah, I think this Empoleon, unfortunately, is going to... I agree with you. I'm not sure if I like how choppy the stream itself is going right now. Yeah, I'm gonna blame it on the... I'm gonna blame these last 2 losses on the fact that the stream is just acting kind of funky today, so my attention... Clearly my attention is somewhere else right now. So... Those last two losses don't count. Clearly my mind is... Finally I see some laggy animation like when I play on the new system. Fair. But yeah, not quite reflective of how my animation usually is. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's... Yeah, it's killing me right now. There's a way for me to get settings going for this, but I can't remember for the life of me how I did that. Okay. Well, the good news is that the sound is since we're talking okay, that's good. I just need to get the game to stop acting funky. Unless it's always been acting funky and I just never realized it until now. Which is possible. I won't deny. I don't know if it's always been choppy or if I just never noticed until now. No, well, anywho. Yeah, if the sound at the very least is coming through, and if the game itself is able to actually manage to like stay streaming or stay somewhat consistent throughout the battles, then I think I'm just gonna leave it as is. But if it does kind of become a problem, just let me know in chat, and then we'll if it becomes a little bit too much, then we'll go ahead and what is it? We'll close out and probably try and restart my computer, see if that fixes all our problems. But anywho, speaking of problems, right now currently in this set we're very much in the negative. We're currently 0-2, but we'll go ahead and see if we can refocus in, try and get ourselves our first win for the night, as we look for match number 3. Yeah, apologies on all that. The technical difficulties is killing me right now. Yeah, here's hoping it recovers by itself throughout the next set. But anyway, next opponent is going to be against Vic Friendo. Alright, Vic, what do you got? First round is going to be against a Lantern. Go ahead and swap out for our hard counter with Ludicolo. Of course, we are still taking neutral damage from the Lantern, but we are able to fight back with our energy ball. We're able to lower their defense, but they have opted to swap out for their Ninetales of the Kanto variety. Opting to strike back with a real quick Weather Ball. Go ahead and check a shield here. Coming in with the Psyshock. That. Go ahead and fire off a Weather Ball their way. Ooh, get them deep into the red. And actually able to knock them out with the Astonish, so we'll take that. If they come back in with the Lantern, or is it going to be Mon number 3? It'll be Mon number 3 in the form of a Feraligatr. Ooh. Just in time with the Energy Ball. Go ahead and fire that their way. Clear out the Feraligatr. Like that, I'm actually going to hard swap in for my Quackable. I'm going to check a shield here. They could be baiting me out with Surf, but just in case they're going all in on Thunderbolt. They are indeed all going all in on Thunderbolt. Can I get to close combat before they get to another? We do get to the close combat. Isn't enough to one and done the Lantern. We're firing the close combat, clearing the Lantern, and securing ourselves victory number 1 of this set. GG's. GG's all around. Okay, I feel like it's getting a little bit better. Slowly but surely. But anywho, maybe just because we actually got ourselves a win on that one. But anyway. But yeah, right now we're still in the negative, but we got 1 win and 2 losses. So let's see if we can tie everything up here as we look for match number 4. Yep, here we go. And match number 4 of this set is going to be against Chubibo 1009. Alright, Chubibo, what do you got? First round's going to be against a Tyranitar. With that, swapping things out for a Golisopod. We'll go ahead and swap in for our Carbink. Of course, I think possibly looking out for Aqua Jet, Liquidation, something along those lines. That'll be Aqua Jet. Does hurt quite a bit. I think we should be able to tank out 1 more, gets deep into the red. I don't think that gets us into Shadow Claw farm down range. Oh yeah, no, we're handling Shadow Claw pretty well, so we're okay on that end. And fire off a Rock Slide their way, clear out shield number 1. And then I'll go ahead and let my Carbine go here. Yeah, RIP, but you've done well. And with that, we are able to low kick down the rest of the Golisopod. There's going to be Return of the Tyranitar. It's going to be Mon number 3. It's going to be Mon number 3. Is going to be an Araquanid. Ooh, that's not super exciting for me. Okay. Okay, we are taking super effective damage from the bug bites. We are, however, able to do neutral damage with Astonish, and I'm not sure if bug resists grass. I can't remember off the top of my head. Okay, it does. Ooh, that though, they are coming in with the Tyranitar. We'll go ahead and chuck a shield here. Keep my Ludicolo alive as long as I can. We were able to CMP tie there. Okay, so with that, able to fire off a Weather Ball their way. Ooh, actually get good damage in on the Tyranitar. Chuck a shield here. It's going to be the Bubble Beam. Go ahead and fire off our own charge move here. Use up their final shield. Or just take out their Araquanid. That works out too. Yeah, they probably opted to call it a night on that one. So we are able to secure ourselves victory number 2 of this set. GG's. GG's all around. Okay, so managed to stage a comeback a little bit, get ourselves up, all tied up, 2 wins, 2 losses. Can we get ourselves 1 more win as we look for match number 5? Hopefully we got some momentum going. Here we go. And last opponent we're facing off is going to be Shrimp Base. Or Shrimp Bass. Not sure which. But they're starting things out with a Hisuian Samurott. Into which case we are in a good standing with our Quackable. I don't know what Hisuian Samurott knows. So I'm going to go ahead and check a shield here. It's going to be Sacred Sword. Okay. Definitely packing good neutral damage, not going to lie. I think we should be able to tank at least one. Let's see. We're firing off a Hydro Cannon their way, able to clear out their first shield. Go ahead and fire off another Hydro Cannon. We'll either take out shield number 2 or possibly even knock out the Samurott. Shield number 2 it is. We'll take it. And I'm going to attempt to tank this next Sacred Sword. Oof. The good news is we're tanking the Fairy Cutter, so we were okay on that end. We're able to knock out the rest of the... Ooh. Oh! We are actually able to get the close combat off. Not sure if we were supposed to be able to get the close combat off, but we got the close combat off. With that, we swapped out for Ludicolo, but with that, they've opted to call it a night there, so we were able to secure ourselves victory number 3 of this set. Hey, GG's, GG's all around. Oh, and being Dothiant. I apologize if I'm butchering your username, but I think I also say hello, and welcome to the stream, and I think it's been a while, if I remember. But yeah, hello, welcome. Respect the Instinct, what was it? The Instinct badge. Oh, and thank you for the clarifying they do rock Sacred Sword and Dark Pulse. Good to know. Thank you. But yeah, hope everything's going well for you today. For us, we were able to come back from an 0-2 to still secure ourselves a positive set to start out the night. And we got ourselves 770 Stardust, a Charge TM, and we got an EK. Yeah, we also experienced a little bit of technical difficulties at the start of the stream, but fortunately we seem to have been able to recover a little bit from that. So we'll take that. But yeah, no funky on the IVs. I'm going to transfer you out. But with that, we were able to climb our way up to rank 19. Means we are gaining one Elite Charge TM, which is nice. And also one set away from the grand old ELO reveal. One more set. One more need to what was it? Resume in my camera. There we go. Alright, here we go. Starting out the night strong with 3 wins out of 5, getting ourselves up to rank 19, and now we'll get to see what our starting ELO is going to be right after these next 5 battles. But on that note, let's go ahead and jump into the basic rewards, jump into the Weather Cup, and the team that we'll be using to get our ELO reveal is a Quackable up at the front, who's rocking Low Kick, Hydro Cannon, and Close Combat. Hanging on the middle, we have Ludicolo, who's rocking Astonish, Energy Ball, and Weather Ball. And then closing everything out, we have Carbink, who's rocking Rock Throw, Moonblast, and Rock Slide. So this is the squad. Let's go ahead and see how we do for set number 2 of the night. Here we go. The anticipation is killing me. Anyway. All right, match number 1. This says gonna be against the Kid. I think it's 060606. I don't know if there's a 0 after that, but anyway. All right, the Kid starting things out with an Alolan Marowak. Yeah, absolutely eating these low kicks. However, we do have a harder counter against them in the form of a Hydro Cannon. With that, I'm guessing this next one's going to be Shadow Bone, so I'm going to go ahead and check a shield here. Or it could be Bone Club to bait out my shield. It's going to be Bone Club. Okay. Ooh, not sure if I can farm down in time. Ooh. Am I really going to 2 shield to start things out? I'm not. It's going to be Bone Club. Okay, so. Ooh, swapping things out for a Golisopod. It is a water-falling Golisopod. Interesting. I still go swap out for my Carbink. Possibly could have gone Ludicolo, try to tank out the X Scissors, but instead we're gonna have to try and tank out some Razor Shells. Interesting. Okay. Definitely much more spammy, and I can't remember. As an automatic defense raise? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, we'll go ahead and slide some rocks their way. Do they opt to use shield number 2 here, or do they opt to let their Golisopod go? To let the Golisopod go. That last one's going to be an Azumarill. With that, chuck as much rocks as we can their way. Now we'll go ahead and say goodbye to our Carbink here. RIP, buddy, you have done well. And with that, all hope lies on the dancing Ludicolo. And with that, pretty much we're only taking neutral damage from any of the moves they throw our way, so we should be okay. Going all in on an Energy Ball. Gotta try to tank out whether it be Ice Beam or Play Rough. We should be okay, I'm thinking. Gonna be Ice Beam. We manage. We're still building up on that energy, so I'll go ahead and use this time to fire an Energy Ball their way. Clear up the rest of the Azumarill. That one more Astonish clears out the Alolan Marowak and secures ourselves victory number 1 of this set. GG's. GG's all around. Okay, off to a solid start there. We're currently 1-1. Let's see if we can go for number 2 here as we look for match number 2. And match number 2 of the set is going to against a New Soul. Alright, New Soul. What do you got? First round's going to be against a Jellicent. We're just going to go for a bit of a harder counter here in the form of our Ludicolo, which is they're going for actually a fairly hard counter of itself in the form of Cradily. Fire off an Energy Ball their way. Get some good neutral damage going. Gonna have to let this go. This is gonna be Rock Tomb. Yep. Ooh, this is gonna be deep into the red. They might be able to actually farm me down from here. I thought we are able to clear out their first shield. We'll take it. We'll take it. That coming in with the Quackable. I'll check my first shield in case they're going all in on Grass Knot. They are indeed going all in on Grass Knot. Okay, thankful we were able to call that. Ooh, we're a bit glass cannon-y, so I'm not sure if it's a good idea for me to try to tank it. I'm gonna try to tank it. Oh, buddy. That though, we do swap out for our Carbink. We do have a shield in place just in case we need to shield out a Surf. Opting to slide some rocks their way. Didn't do as much as I'd hoped, but still doing a decent amount of chip damage here and there. Not gonna lie. Ooh, chuck up the final shield here. Keep my carbink alive for a little bit longer. Are they coming back in with Cradley, or is it gonna be Mon number 3? Coming back in with Cradley. Oh no! Oh, that last one's gonna be man time, but I don't have enough energy on me. No! Dang it. We had a good matchup, but we just didn't have enough health to really seal the deal on that. So unfortunately, that's going to be loss number 1 in this set. RIPs there, but nonetheless, GG's. GG's all around. Yeah, I mean, on that one, I probably could have at least fired off the Hydro Cannon, see if I can clear out the last shield, maybe. But no, they might let their Cradley go and then sweep with the Mantine regardless. But anywho. With that, right now we're currently 1-1. Let's see if we can go for number 2 here as we look for match number 3. And match number 3 that says go against Mr. Magoo or Mr. Moggle 0, the original Mr. Moggle. Anyway, all right. First matchup's gonna be up against a Cradley. Opting to fire off the Hydro Cannon their way. Oh, opting to tank that. Respect it. I'm gonna chuck a shield here in case. I'm assuming this is gonna be Rock Tomb, but it could be Grass Knot. Oh, it isn't Grass Knot. Okay, thankful for the shield. And that we are able to low kick down the rest of the Cradley. Oh, I see why they're willing to part ways with the Cradley. Gonna swap right on out for my Ludicolo, into which case they're gonna swap out for an Alolan Sandslash. Nothing I can think off the top of my head that's gonna really damage me from Alolan Sandslash, but it is gonna add up on damage for sure. We'll see. Do I eat my words? It's gonna be Ice Punch. Ooh, does indeed pack a punch. That we are able to finish off the rest of the Alolan Sandslash. And check a shield here. They could be double charged, but just in case they're not. Oh. Hello. Not sure what that they might have called it a night there. Hopefully it wasn't a case of like last minute lag or anything. But in either case, at least prior to hopefully not potential lag moment, but at the very least for the rest of the battle, GG's. GG's all around. Okay, so with that right now, we're currently 2 wins, 1 loss. Let's see if we can get ourselves win number 3 here as we look for match number 4. Hopefully we'll see. They stay with Dilly versus your Quack. You could just throw a close combat on CMP Tyson's shield anyway. That's true. Could just chuck that anyway, just to, because if they opt not to shield that, then maybe we could get the. I think that's a 1 hit, or do they like live with like a little bit of HP? But yeah, either way, I feel like you raise a good point on that. Anywho, match number 4 is going to be up against I think that's Mega Melonin 2. I think so. Anyway, first matchup is going to be a Shiny Flex in the form of a Lantern. Ooh, Ooh, swapping things out for a Poliwrath. Oh, they are getting neutral damage with counter, so, you know, they do have that going for them. We do have our neutral damage in the form of we do have super effective damage in the form of our energy ball. I'll go ahead and check a shield here, just in case. It's gonna be Icy Wind. And do they opt to use up the second shield here, or are they gonna let this one go? Oh, let this one go. We're able to clear out the rest of the Poliwrath, and with that, last mon is going to be Jellicent. Oh, Ludicolo in general had really good play against this team, not gonna lie. Then I opted to swap in. Probably could have swapped in for Quackable actually. Because we could have got the close combat and then saved the bulkiness of Carbink for later. Because now we have to tank out the ever spamminess of Surf. Opting to go all in on the Moon Blast. Ooh. Tried to swap out, but unfortunately just couldn't quite get it in time. Okay, do I have enough in me to get to... Ooh. I had my hopes up for 1 second, but then it was dashed. But the hope has returned. Firing the energy ball their way, clearing out the Jellicent. Swapping in for Quackable. Hopefully I can survive this next charge move. Just need one more low kick in. No! No! Dang it. I thought we had that. Maybe I should have stayed in with Ludicolo. I'm not sure, but... That's rough. That's rough, buddy. Lantern hangs on with 1 HP in a dream. That's gonna be... I think that's loss number 2 of this set. Yep. RIP's there. But nonetheless, GG's. GG's all around. Oh, and I should say hello, and welcome to the stream, Nuno Mesquito. I feel like I butchered the last part, and I apologize on that. But hello, and welcome to the stream on YouTube. Welcome. Please, friend, palm U code. Oh, yeah. But yeah, we can go ahead and add your friend code shortly after this set. And I should also say hello, and thank you very much for the follow on Twitch. Toxic Savante. Apologies if I butchered that, but hello, and welcome to the stream on Twitch as well. And thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated. But yeah, we can go ahead and add your friend code. Nuno, we'll go ahead and add your friend code after this final battle, where we'll see if we get ourselves another positive set of the night or or our first negative set of the night. It all depends on how we do for match number 5 of this set. We shall see. How does it all play out? Can we keep a positive momentum going? And match number 5 of the set is going against YouTube 436. Fighting against YouTube themselves. That's crazy. And our first matchup is going to be against an Araquanid. To which case we brought in our Carbink. And to which case they brought in their Jellicent. Then we just gotta make sure we're able to tank out these Surfs. I think we should be able to tank 2 before we really... Oh, we should probably shield out the next one, maybe? Question mark? Well, it depends on how much damage we get in with this Moonblast. If we get damage in on this Moonblast. Here we do. Okay, get something about the yellow. They might be double charged. Oh, maybe they were like a few away. But we opted to swap in for our Ludicolo. They are tanking out the Shadow Ball. Does get us to about half. Ow. With that, next one we'll do is going to be their Araquanid. We do have the Energy Ball ready for some hopefully good neutral damage. Fire that their way, get them to the yellow, and unfortunately say goodbye to our Ludicolo there. RIP, but you have done well. I'm going to take the gamble. I'm guessing this is going to be Bubble Beam. Oh, it's going to be Bug Buzz. Oh, we handled it even better. Okay. I'm going to check a shield here in case this time, even if it is Bubble Beam, I think that's something that's not where we're not going to want to try and tank out. Okay, before I risk another Bubble Beam heading our way, we'll go ahead and chuck a Rock Slide their way. Clear out the rest of the Araquanid. That last mon we're dealing with is going to be a Bombashno. Maybe I'm wasting my time with the charge moves, I'm not sure. But we'll go ahead and fire up the Hydro Cannon to try and at least clear their last shield. Yeah, I think with the power of their... What is that the fast move? I don't want to say Leaf It. I don't think that's... It's not like Magical Leaf or something, but yeah. Unfortunately, they just kind of fast move pressured their way through the rest of my back line. Just had nothing really going for us at that point. So RIP's there, but nonetheless GG's. GG's all around. Yeah, unfortunately, it's going to be a negative set, but we kept it in the middle with 2 wins out of 5. So, you know, not too bad there. And we do get a chance to claim ourselves a Gibble. Can't complain with the Gibble. Gibble's always cool. Gibble's always fun. A little high on IVs, but I'm going to go ahead and transfer you out. And we also got ourselves a Togetic. Okay. Okay, got ourselves a brand new Togetic. A little high on IVs as well. Go ahead and transfer you out. And with that, let's go ahead and see what our starting ELO is going to be for the season. Even though there's less than a month left in the season, let's go ahead and see what that starting yellow is going to be anyway. It is going to be at 2178. And we got pants. Alright, we'll take that. Very much an ace ranking. I think actually one of my higher starting ELOs. Which if it is, it's good. Showing improvement. And let me... There we go. But hey, so I think no matter what, even if we do go 0-5, which I'm hoping we don't go 0-5, we should be okay to get what was it? Our starting... We should be able to get to ace ranking by the end of this next set. But before I do that, let me go ahead and add Nuno's friend ID 3541. I'm hoping that's correct. I'm sending out to a David bunch of numbers. I think that's 635441. So Nuno, if that's not you, then I can try add again, but yeah, hopefully it is. But anywho, it's a brand new day, so we do have 5 more sets that we can do. I'm probably just going to do 3 more sets to close things out. I'm going to just go for the even 5 on that. Maybe 1 more if we're feeling lucky, but I think for now. But before we get into the next set, grab a quick drink of water. Always remember to stay hydrated. Win or lose, whether you be running with mostly water Pokemon or running without, always have at least some form of water with you. Anyway, on that note, let's go ahead and jump right back into the basic rewards. Jump into the Weather Cup. And to reintroduce the team that we'll be using for this set. Oh, what's good? I hope that's what that means. But hello and welcome to the stream, Nat Woodley on YouTube. Welcome, welcome. Hope everything's going well for you today. Right now, in terms of our Go Battle League battles, we're kind of in the middle right now. We got 3 wins out of 5 in set 1 and 2 wins out of 5 in set 2. But we did also get ourselves our ELO reveal just a moment ago. We're currently sitting at 2178, so I'm thinking no matter what, we should be well into ace ranking by the end of this set. But yeah. And on that note, speaking of this set, we're kicking things off with Quackavo in the front, who's rocking low kick, hydro cannon, and close combat. Hanging out in the middle, we have Ludicolo, who's rocking Astonish, Energy Ball, and Weather Ball. Then closing everything out, we have Carbink, who's rocking Rock Throw, Moonblast, and Rock Slide. Okay, so this is the squads. Go ahead and jump back into the battles and see how we do for set number 3 of the night. Okay. And match number 1 of the set is going against Dr. Mikey Peepee. Alright, Dr. Mikey, what do you got? First round's going to be against a Cradley. Okay, just gonna go opt to go all in on the close combat this time around. Able to clear out shield number 1. We'll take it. Now I'll go ahead and check out my first shield here. Keep my Quackavo alive as long as I can. Gonna be a Rock Tomb. Okay, maybe I'm getting a little overzealous, but we'll go ahead and fire off another close combat their way. Ooh, able to clear out shield number 2. Okay, we'll take it. And maybe went a little over, like, heavy-handed on the. Got a little too greedy on the close combats, which is fair. With that, we'll go ahead and swap out for our Ludicolo. We are able to tank out a Grass Knot. We'll go ahead and check out my second shield here. I'm guessing this one's going to be the Rock Tomb to lower our attack? Question mark. Yes, it is. So unfortunately, we are now both out of shields, but I am halfway through my second mon, so I'm definitely in much more of a pickle than I'd care to be. With that, next mon they're bringing in is going to be the Turtonator. Let me swap! Why wouldn't you let me swap? Dang, I was caught. I was stuck. There's nothing I could do. I'm just gonna have to tank the full force of the Brutal Swing. And their last mon on my end is gonna be the Carbink. Their last mon is gonna be the Gastrodon. We could probably win that match, but I'm just not feeling up to. I'm not feeling I don't know why. I think the swap got into my head a lot more than I should have let it. So we're going to just say we're going to take the L on that one. RIP's there, but nonetheless, GG's. GG's all around. But yeah, in any event though, we're 0-1 right now, but let's see if we can bounce back here as we look for match number 2. Yeah, I think the advice from Dothiant, I do think I think the first close combat was okay. I think the second one was too much. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that's on me. But anyway, match number 2 of the set is gonna be against Rise Colin. Alright, Rise, what do you got? First round's gonna be against the Cradley. Round 2, let's go. This time, I'm just gonna go straight for... I'm gonna go back to my Hydro Cannon. My Hydro Cannon comfort zone. Oh, this time they call me out on it. Okay. I'm gonna check a shield in case they're going for a Grass Knot this time. It's gonna be Rock Tomb. Okay. So that's the usual play that we run into in this scenario. But with that, we are able to low kick down the rest of the Cradley. So we are... up a shield, but we're down a shield, but we're up a Mon. That though, we now have the energy to fire off a close combat their way. Get some decent damage in. With that, I'm going to go ahead and swap out for my Ludicolo. And with that, they're swapping out for the Skeletors. Going for some very spicy neutral damage. With the Incinerates. That though, we'll go ahead and fire off the Weather Ball their way. Or another Weather Ball their way. We're able to tear out both their shields. I'll take that. With that, I'll go ahead and say goodbye to my Ludicolo here. RIP, buddy, you have done well. And that's swapping out for my Carbink. We'll go ahead and try and tank out this first. I'm guessing this is going to be Shadow Ball. Yep. Let me handle. Do I dare let this go? I will go ahead and let this go. Oh, it's going to be Torch Song. We handle that beautifully. Lantern coming in with the Surf. Go ahead and opt to slide some rocks their way. We're going to opt to kick down the rest of the Lantern. Ooh, and the battle of the... I didn't actually realize this is the battle of the Paldean starters. We got the Hydro Cannon up and running, firing that off towards the Skeleturge, and securing ourselves victory number 1 in this set. GG's. GG's all around. Alright. Oh, and with that, we're jumping right into match number 3 of this set, which is going against Nitro UCF. Alright, Nitro, let's see what you got. First round's going to be against a Ludicolo. I'm going to jump right on into it with the close combat. Ooh. Alright, I'll go ahead and check out my first shield here. Let's try to keep our dancing duck alive as long as we can. Get a little bit more hits in. So we are up a Mon, but we are down a shield. Ooh, next Mon is going to be the Gels. I'm not sure why I opted to fire off the Hydro Cannon. I probably could have saved that for a rainy day. But we're going for the Hydro Cannon. Getting a good pock shot in on the Jellicent. Okay, go ahead and opt to let this one go. Probably get us deep into the yellow. With the Shadow Boru. With that, next one to deal with is going to be the Turtonator. with it though, we do have a double dose of weather balls to fire their way. We'll actually get them all into the red. We'll take that. Okay, and I don't believe there's anything Turtonator knows that Carbing's worried about. Oh, it's gotta be Dragon Claw. Oh, we handled that perfectly fine. And with that, we are able to rock throw down the rest of the Turtonator. And with that, I'm just gonna opt to not going all in on just chucking rocks at the Jellicent. Using my final shield here, keep the Carbink alive. Let the rock throw damage go through. Please. Oh. Instead, they opted to call it a night there. So with that, we are able to secure ourselves victory number 2 of this set. GG's. GG's all around. Yes. Okay. Okay. So with that, right now we're currently 2 wins, 1 loss. Let's see if we get ourselves win number 3 here as we look for match number 4. And match number 4 of the set is going to be against Freaky 23. Alright, Freaky, what do you got? First round could be up against an Araquanid. Shadow Araquanid, side note. I'm going to swap out for my hard counter in the form of a Carbink. We are, interesting enough, opting to stick it out in this battle, which has me a little concerned. Not gonna lie. We opted not to go for the shield on that one. Handled it okay. We're hanging on about half health. The bulk of Carbink is pulling through. Very interesting. I've opted not to swap out to anything. It has me a little concerned, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, they're coming in with the bubble beam this time, clearing out my first shield. Okay, I'm not sure if we would have been able to farm down before they get to the next charge move, if I had to be honest with you. We're just going ahead and opt for the rock slide here, clear out the rest of the Araquanid. That though, next mon is going to be Alolan Ninetales. Okay. Let's let this one go. It's going to be the Weather Ball. It is enough to knock out the rest of the Carbink. RIP, but you have done well. With that. Ooh, last one's going to be... we swapped out for the Skeleators. We've opted to swap for our Ludicolo. Firing off the Weather Ball their way. Ooh, actually clearing out the rest of the... Okay. Interesting, interesting. Now firing off the Weather Ball their way. They could already be double charged with the Weather Ball first to knock out Ludicolo and then Dazzling Gleam maybe to knock out Clockable? Question mark. Not sure that's gonna be a one hit. It could be. How much damage are we taking from the Dazzling Gleam? Yeah, that's gonna be a one and done. Oof. The duck just not like handling any form of super effective charge moves. That is for certain. So unfortunately that is gonna be loss number 1 in this set. RIP's. Loss number 1? Loss number 2 of this set. Oof. RIP's there, but nonetheless GG's. GG's all around. Okay, so on that note, we're all tied up. 2 wins, 2 losses. Very, very familiar scene for us here tonight. Well, let's see if we get ourselves one more win here as we look for match number 5. Okay, and final match of the set is going to be against Hiroto-san. Apologies, I missed the numbers. Alright, Hiroto-san, what do you got? First round's gonna be against a Typhlosion. Swapping things out for a Jellicent. We'll go ahead and swap things out for our Ludicolo. Good try to tank out the first one. I think even if it is Shadow Ball, should get us about half health. Yep. That, firing off an Energy Ball their way. Clearing out shield number 1. I'll take it. Go ahead and check up our shield number 1 here. Going for another energy ball, able to clear out shield number 2. Okay. I'm gonna bring in the Quackable. We're gonna shield out here. It's gonna be Shadow Ball. Oh, it's gonna be another Shadow Ball. Camitang neutral. We're pretty glass cannon, but I don't think we're that glass cannon. Yeah, we're not that glass cannon. Yeah, we are able to kick down the rest of the Jellicent. With that, ooh, next mon's gonna be Baxcalibur. That going all in on the close combat. Get the Baxcalibur right on out of here. And that last one to deal with is going to be the Typhlosion that we did opt to swap in Carbink, and with that, they've opted to call it a night there. So we are able to secure ourselves victory number 3 of this set. GG's. GG's all around. Okay, so with that, starting out the night in the positive, we'll take it. We can go ahead and claim this 870 Stardust when it comes back on screen. Let's get ourselves a fast TM. And we got an encounter with a Gibble. I'm like, we have an encounter. I think we have an encounter. Do we have an encounter? We do have an encounter. Got ourselves a brand new Gibble. Interesting IV, so I'll go ahead and transfer you out. Now we go ahead and claim the rank awards, in which case we're able to make it up to ace rank with an updated rank ELO of 2189. And we also got the Cynthia fit. Hey, we'll take that. Okay, so with that, oh, we can actually change from the basic logo to the, that's veteran logo. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Alright, starting our, better late than never, starting our climb to, first and foremost, the veteran ranking. So far, so good. At least for the night, we've been hanging out in the middle for the most part. We got 3 wins out of 5 in sets 1 and set 3. And we got ourselves a negative set, however, still in the middle with 2 wins out of 5 in set number 2. So, for the most part, staying relatively consistent. So, you know, can't argue with that. And it's keeping us so far in ace rank, so we're good on that end. We're well into ace ranking on that. With that though, we'll go ahead and jump right back into the basic rewards. Jump into the Weather Cup. And to choose the team that we're using for this set. We're starting things out with Quackable in the front, who's rocking Low Kick, Hydro Cannon, and Close Combat. Hanging out in the middle, we have Ludicolo, who's rocking Astonish, Energy Ball, and a Weather Ball. And then closing everything out, we have Carbink, who's rocking Rock Throw, Moonblast, and Rock Slide. Oh, and TK Ujo, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream on YouTube. Welcome, welcome. How's it going, brother? I feel like we just went. No, I'm kidding. It's going good. We're staying relatively in the middle with our performance so far in our Go Battle League battles. Hope everything's going well for you today. Hope everything's going well for you today, TK. And again, welcome to the stream. We did get our ELO reveal. I think it started out at 2175. We're currently at 2189 and secured our spot in ace ranking. So right now we're currently in the midst of our slow but sure climb to veteran ranking at 25 at the 2500 level. But for now, we're getting our battles in the Weather Cup. We got 3 wins out of 5s in sets 1 and 3, and a negative set. However, in the middle with 2 wins out of 5 in set number 2. So again, hanging out in the middle for the most part. Hopefully, we'll be able to, stay in the positive as we go through a couple more sets. And on that note, we'll go ahead and jump right back into the battles and see how we do for set number 4 of the night. On apologies, I seem to be having some technical difficulties with capturing my with a little bit of lag to the screen capture. So if it gets to be a little bit much, then feel free to let me know in the chat. Otherwise, I'm hoping that it's serviceable at this point in time. Anyway, match number 1 that says go up against Jono, 98-14. All right, Jono, what do you got? First round's go up against a Hisuian Typhlosion. I actually don't know how to play Hisuian Typhlosion. I'm gonna let this one go? Question mark. Wild Charge. Excuse me. Okay, well, I definitely wasn't expecting Wild Charge. Of all things to chuck our way, I definitely was not expecting Wild Charge. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and chuck a shield here. There'll be another Wild Charge that we are able to astonish down the rest of the Typhlosion. Oh my goodness. With that though, next one that we're dealing with is going to be an Abamashno. Like that, I'll go ahead and swap right on out for my Carbink. Which is they're going to swap out for a very green Jellicent. I like it. And I'll go ahead and opt to let this one go. I'm guessing it's going to be Surf. The handle. We are rocking 2 shields. They do have 2 shields up on me, so I gotta be a little bit careful about that. Okay. It's gonna be the Surf. That though, we're gonna heavy swap into the Ludicolo. I think with that, I'm gonna chuck another shield here. It's gonna be Energy Boru. Okay, got them well into the red, and hopefully I have enough left in my Carbink to be able to finish off the rest of the Abomasnow. We'll see. Not quite. We're 1 away. Unfortunately, just not enough in the tank to be able to finish off the Abomasnow. RIPs there, but nonetheless, GG's. GG's all around. Yeah, with that, unfortunately, we're off to a rough start with 0-1. Let's see if we can bounce back here as we look for match number 2. Yeah, I don't argue. Carbink do be tanky, be an absolute unit. Anyway, match number 2 of this set is going against Urahito 2017. All right, Urahito, let's see what you got. I was going to be starting things out with a Jellicent. Go ahead and hard swap in for my Ludicolo, into which is they're gonna swap out for their Ninetales, Shadow Ninetales. Side note. Okay, going all in on a Weather Ball. Okay, check out my first shield here. Keep my Ludicolo alive as long as I can. They're coming in with their Weather Ball. Go ahead and fight back with our Weather Ball. Not sure if they'd already be double charged with Weather Ball. Ooh, swapping things out for the Cradley. Okay. We did swap out for Quackable. I'm hoping Grass Knot doesn't one-shot us. Okay, it one-shots us. Fine. With that, we are able to get to the Weather Ball, fire that towards the Cradley. And come back in with Ninetales. We are coming back in with Ninetales. I'm guessing does have a Weather Ball at the ready. Saying goodbye to my Ludicolo here. RIP, but you've done well. And that last one on my end is going to be my Carbink, who's going to be having to tank out a good amount of surfs, and this is gonna be another tough one. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, or Shadow Balls. Maybe surf would have been less energy dependent, or it's energy consuming, but. Coming in with another Shadow Ball. Okay. See how much damage we're able to get in with the Moon Blast. Get them onto the red. Ooh, I think even if whether they go Surf or Shadow Ball, I think this is gonna be it for my Carbink. Yep, unfortunately, once again, just not enough in the tank with the Carbink. RIPs there, but nonetheless, GG's all around. And I can't argue with that. Shadow Ninetales, solid mon. But yeah, what's not so solid, at least for us, is that we're currently 0-2, so definitely not in a great place to be. But let's see if we can bounce back here as we go against Capri mode for match number 3. Alright, Capri mode, starting things out with a Bruxish. With that, I'm going to swap out for my Ludicolo, into which case they swap out for their Araquanid. Grass typing definitely not coming in handy at this exact moment, let me tell you. Ooh, we are able to get a defense debuff though against the Araquanid, so we'll take that. We just got enough energy for Energy Ball, but unfortunately just not enough HP energy for our fight with Araquanid. That though, we do have to swap in for Carbink. It looks like they're able to get in a double dose of Bubble Beam, so unfortunately our attack's going to be debuffed twice, moving into whatever mon they're coming in with next. And that mon is going to be a Bruxish. I'll try to shield here. I'm not sure what Bruxish. No, okay, it's going to be Psychic Fang. Would have been good neutral damage, but otherwise, we're hanging in okay. And right now, Carbink's my only real line of defense against Bruxish. So I'm hoping I'm able to get good calls in against this Bruxish. Ooh, Ooh, swapping out for the Araquanid. Okay. Okay. At the risk of getting one hit KO'd, I'm going to try and tank out this next charge move. So Psychic Fangs. Oh, buddy. Okay. Oh, it's all over. I'm not even going to bother shielding this. Oh. We got absolutely walled in this match. The Bruxish was just too much. It's too much, I tell you. RIP's there, but nonetheless, GG's. GG's all around. Okay, so no matter what, we're ending this in the negative. Always a rough feeling, but we do still have 2 matches left. Let's see if we can bounce back here as we go against 944 for match number 4. Alright, we're actually off to a really solid start here as we go against a Shadow Tyranitar. Yeah, with that, we actually can stay in for the most part as we're now up against an Arctobax. Oh, and with that, they've actually opted to call tonight before we managed to get the attack off. So, at the very least, we got ourselves at least 1 win in the set. GG's. GG's all around. No, I guess we balanced out there a little bit from getting absolutely walled to absolutely walling. So with that, we're very much still in the negative with 1 win and 3 losses, but let's see if we can soften the blow to our ELO and try and get ourselves 1 more win as we look for match number 5. Oh, speaking of, last match number 5 of the set is going to be against RMW. Alright, RMW starting things out with a Shadow Typhlosion, who is rocking Shadow Claw. Okay. Different. I respect it. Yeah, we're going all in on Hydro Cannon, and we clear out shield number 1. Ooh, with that, opting to swap Heavy into the Kingdra. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and opt to swap in for my Carbink. I think the only thing I need to look out for is if they are still rocking any water moves like Surf or Octazooka. Okay, the R&D is still rocking Surf. The good news is we are heavily resisting their Dragon Breaths, which is really nice. Okay, coming in with a Rock Slide, it will clear out shield number 2. Check up shield number 1 here. There'll be Surf. Are they double charged on Surf though? Ooh, they are able to get to another charge move. It could be Surf. I'm going to attempt to tank it. That was probably not the greatest of ideas, but okay. It's fine. Okay, with that, we are able to low kick down the rest of the Kingdra, into which case now we're face to face with the Typhlosion. I'm going to go ahead and let this go because I'm guessing they're double charged on Thunder. Or maybe they're not double charged on Thunder. Or Thunder Punch, sorry. Okay, with that, we are able to astonish down the rest of the... Ooh. Okay, we could astonish down the rest of the Typhlosion, in which case last mon would have been Greninja, but they've opted to call it a night. So we are able to secure ourselves victory number 2 of this set. GG's. GG's all around. Okay, well, kind of wish we were able to get the momentum going at least 1 battle sooner, but we'll still take 2 wins out of 5. Go ahead and claim the 900 Stardust as well as a fast TM. And unfortunately, we do dip back down to 2171, which I think is actually 4 lower than when we started, but it's okay. Yeah, and it is what it is. Okay. Oh yeah. We hold our own well in that one, and you know, we came close in the first couple of matches, so I guess no complaints there. I think the only one that was really rough for us was set 3 with the Bruxish. That was we didn't really have any, couldn't quite get a proper answering going. We got hard countered in the safe swap. But yeah, it is what it is. With that though, for the most part in terms of our sets, we've pretty much evened out. We're 3 wins out of 5 in sets 1 and 3, and 2 wins out of 5 in sets 2 and 4. So everything all balanced out. We'll see if we end the night ultimately in the positive or in the negative as we go ahead and get one more set of battles in. And on that note, let's go ahead and jump back into the basic rewards, jump into the Weather Cup, and to introduce the team that we'll be using for this set. We're kicking things off with Quackavo in the front, who's rocking low kick, hydro cannon, and close combat. Hanging out in the middle, we have Ludicolo, who's rocking Astonish, Energy Ball, and Weather Ball. Need to try and beat the 23 win streak someday. At this point, I'm not sure if I'm ever going to get that momentum when we're this far into the not meta, this far into the season. But we'll see if we can get ourselves at least some wins as we close things out in this current team with Carbink, who's rocking Rock Throw, Moonblast, and Rock Slide. Okay, so this is a team. Let's go ahead and see how we do in match number 1 of the set against Jared Mamani. I think it was Mamani. Anyway, first matchup, definitely a rough start for us here as they're bringing in the Jellicent. Go ahead and heavy swap in for our Ludicolo, into which case they're going to swap in for a Pelipper. Wing attacks definitely doing a good amount of damage to us. I think the only thing I have to worry about is Hurricane as a charge move. But otherwise we should be okay. On that note, I'll go ahead and chuck a shield here in case they're going Hail Mary on a Hurricane. Okay, it's going to be Weather Ball, so we didn't need to worry. I don't think they would have been able to bank enough for Hurricane. Yep, it's going to be another Weather Ball. Yeah, I would have been very impressed if they were able to bank enough for... if they were able to actually bank enough for... was it a proper Hurricane? We do swap back in for Quackavo. I'm wondering if they're going to swap out for their... Jellicent next, maybe? Or if they're just gonna let their Ludicolo go to this. Actually, I'm not sure if close combat one hit KOs. Nope, opting the shield. Okay. Let's let this go. It's gonna be Weather Ball. It's definitely enough to knock out. RIP, buddy, you've done well. Opting to swap out for my Carbink. I'm going to try and tank this next one. Is it going to be... They could also know Leaf Storm. Okay, yeah, just going for the Weather Ball. Fair enough. Well, this one's going to be the Leaf Storm. It is enough to knock me out. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. I didn't have enough. Oh, I didn't have enough. RIP's there, but nonetheless, GG's all around. Okay, we keep on keeping on. Let's see how we do in match number 2 of the set against the Yo Master. Alright, Yo Master, what do you got? First round's gonna be up against a Cradley. Oh, I went one too far. Okay, ooh, opting to go straight for the Grass Knot, okay. Then we're going to fire off a Hydro Cannon their way. And clear shear number 1, we'll take it. Now going all in on a close combat. Okay, clearing out the rest of the cradle. With that, we swapped. They swapped. They brought in Kingdra, into which case we brought in Carbine, into which case they brought in Empoleon. That the metal sounds are definitely doing quite a number on the Carbine as well as the Hydro Cannon. We don't really have anything to really properly damage Empoleon, but we're going for it with our oh no, this is tough because now they're coming in with Drill Peck. They already have another Drill Peck. I already know how this game goes. They have another Drill Peck already at the ready. We're going to tank this out, get to about half health. Probably going to need to shield the second one. Yep. And I'm hoping Kingdra doesn't already have something banked that could one-hit us. It already has something banked that I think is going to be enough to one-hit us. It's okay. It's okay. It is what it is. RIP's there, but none of those GG's. GG's all around. On hello, bro. Hello, and welcome to the stream on Twitch. Lokin Shade. Hello. Hello, it's been apologies that you're coming in at a rather salty time, but welcome. Yeah, right now I'm 0-2. I feel like I'm just not playing good right now. But you know, I'm gonna blame it on the fact it's late in the night. We've been tackling technical difficulties on and off. I'm just finding anything to cope with potential poor performance. But anywho, but still, welcome in. But yeah, right now we're currently 0-2. We're not looking all too good right now in this current set, but we've been 0-2 at the first of the night, and we were able to bounce back with 3 wins. Hopefully, I'm able to lock in just well enough to get 3 wins to close out the night. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. However it goes is however it goes, you know. But yeah. Just so you know, it's Zenny and Shade. Okay, yeah, I recognize that username. I see you kept the Shade. You changed out. Oh, you changed out Zenny to Loki. That's cool. But yeah. Well, welcome back. Welcome. Respect the username change. Respect the Loki. Respect the Loki. But yeah. In any event, taking deep breath, staying calm, locking in. Yeah. Oh, and Josh Killer, hello, welcome to the stream on Twitch. Welcome. Any tips to get rare candy? I can't play Ultra League because I just started. For regular rare candy, the good news is regular rare candy I think has become a lot more frequent. I feel like a good source to get it would excuse me, would be from, I think it's a fairly frequent reward in raids. I think that's a big one. Where else can you get? You don't see it in quests too often. I'll probably say raids, usually in the, what do you call that pass? The gold pass, the monthly one. I feel like there's a good amount of rewards. They usually reward it there. Besides that, Oh, Go Battle League itself, if you're willing to grind, I think the basic rewards always has it as the 4th win, except for those special exceptions. I think rank 5, if you get up to rank 5 in Go Battle League, just in general, that's another good place to get rare candies. I think that's the only real big places I can think of. Oh, I think sometimes it pops up as a reward for if you do like routes, like at the end of routes. That's usually a pretty good spot for it. Yeah, I'd probably say I'd argue the most likely you're gonna see it is probably going to be as the reward in raids. But beyond that, it is available in the basic rewards, in Go Battle League, and what do you mean by like I'm being like dubbed over kind of thing? Like you're referring to an audio is delayed, or is it like my response? If it's in regards to my response, then yeah, that's to me it's kind of expected, because I assume that's just how streams go. But if it's like you see me talking, but all of a sudden my voice is like a little bit delayed, I apologize on that. We've been running into technical difficulties. Oh, okay. Oh, so it does require a reset. So there's something wrong with my my setup right now, which I apologize on that. Where we've been running into some technical difficulties on and off throughout the stream. So, yeah. Admittedly, right now, because of how late we're on the stream and because we're in our final set of the night, I'm probably not. There was a couple seconds delay from me speaking. Oh, okay. Yeah. I probably recommend from TK's perspective, according to TK, if you just exit out and I guess restart the stream, then hopefully the audio fixes on that. But yeah, apologies for that one. I'm not looking to. The only reason I'm not looking to fix right now is because we're in our final 3 matches of the night, so I feel like it's redundant to do it for only 3 matches. But yeah, apologies on that one. Apologies for the technical difficulties throughout, and also apologies for any level of saltiness that I'm expressing throughout these parts. But yeah. Yeah, it's been on a technical level, it's been a rough night. And in this current battle, yeah. Trying to get Garchomp and I only got 30 candies. Oh yeah. Oh, you can also walk Gabite as your buddy. That's also a good way to get Garchomp or Gabite candies specifically. Because I think as long as you have it as your buddy, you'll get it every like 5 kilometers. You're guaranteed at least 1 candy that way. So that's a good one. That's a good one to get specifically Garchomp candies. Or Gabite candies, I should say. Yeah, if you're looking specifically for that Pokemon, I highly recommend walking it as your buddy. It'll take some time, but you'll get there. Plus, also keeping an eye on if, I guess Mega Garchomp is in raids. It's a good source of candy, and I'm not sure if they're doing Gabite the Classic Community Day anytime soon, but that's definitely a big one if you're looking for Gabite candies. Whenever that Community Day comes back, that'll be a good time. Yeah. Yeah, by the way, I wish you best of luck on trying to get your Garchomp. Yeah. Wish you all the best. Garchomp's always cool. No complaints there. But yeah. In any event, though, we'll go ahead and keep on keeping on with our battles. We're currently 0-2 right now, so we're not off to a great start. But let's see if we can bounce back here as we look for match number 3. The land shark Pokemon, yeah. Nope, here we go. And match number 4 of the set is going against Guire Bur. I apologize, I'm not sure how to pronounce their username. But anyway, first matchup is going to be against a Turtonator. Going all in on a Hydro Cannon. I guess a good neutral damage there. I'll check a shield here because they're going all in on like a Dragon Pulse or something. It'll be Dragon Claw. Now we are able to fire off another Hydro Cannon their way. Are we able to clear the Turtonator or clear shield number 1? Shield number 1? Okay. With that, I think I'll go ahead and opt to say goodbye, most likely to my Quackleval here. RIP, buddy, you have done well. That coming in when able to astonish down the rest of the Turtonator. Next one we have to deal with is going to be a Cradley. Okay, come in with the Energy Ball. Able to get them to about half health and lower their defense. Ooh, that's nice, actually. I'm gonna let this go. I'm hoping I'm not within knockout range of whatever they're throwing away. Okay, it's gonna be Rock Tomb. We handled. And going for the Weather Wall. Ooh, double knockout. Okay. And with that, last one to deal with, ooh, is gonna be Shadow Greninja. Oh, that's rough, buddy. That's a rough one. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, nope. I'm 100% convinced we've lost this one. I'm sorry. Not to be a downer on it, but I don't see. That's rough. This is such a rough way to go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Too much water pressure. Too much water pressure on the poor Carbink. Unfortunately, meaning we're ending this in a negative set. RIPs there, but nonetheless, GG's. GG's all around. Yeah. If I had either Ludicolo or Quackleval still remaining, that would have been okay, but man. And if they were down shields, we would have been fine, but they had one shield left, so I needed to get 2 rock slides to do anything. And that's just asking too much of Carbink. I'm sorry. But anywho. So no matter what, we're in this in the negative. Bummers. But let's see how we do in match number 4 of the set against Tomato-kun, 19 RE. Alright, Tomato-kun. Let's see what you got. First round's gonna be against a Jellicent. It's just been a rough run for me this tonight. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just in no-win scenarios out here. Okay, maybe not no-win scenarios might be a little bit rough to to compare it to, but we're definitely in we're not in a very ideal place. Let's just leave it at that. At the very least, we are able to clear out the rest of the Cradley, so we are good there. They come back in with Jellicent, or they're going to bring in Mon number 3. Oh, they're going to bring Mon number 3 in the form of a Sharpedo. Why am I still... Anyway. Go ahead and swap out for our Quackleval. They're going to swap in for their Jellicent, and we're going to swap in for our Carbink. We are both loaded up on our shields though, so we're okay on that end. Gonna have to let this go. Am I gonna come to regret that? Maybe, but. Ooh, they are coming in with the charge move. Could be Poison Fang. Holy moly. Ooh, my only hope is that they're not double charge and that I live this next Astonish. Oh, we lived! Carving finally being the tank I hope for. And getting ourselves victory number 1 of this set. GG's. GG's all around. Okay, so no matter what, we at least got 1 win under our belt, but let's see if we get 1 more as we go against KXM Lai for our match number 5. Alright, first match was up against Shadow Lola Ninetales. What am I talking about? Why did I bring you know what? Carbink. You know what? Carbink. I don't know why I opted for Carbink of all mons, but I brought Carbink, so... Probably could have gone for the classic mirror Ludicolo v Ludicolo, but Carbink. We're holding up our own pretty well against Ludicolo, not gonna lie though. Ludicolo coming in hot though with the... Ooh, and we actually do get the double knockout. We'll take that. Okay, with that, they do have to swap back in for the Shadow Sand Slash. Ooh, that's supposed to be Mantine. Ooh. Okay. Well, that's not an ideal swap out for either of my mons. Okay. Yeah, at the very least, we had neutral damage coming in with the Ludicolo. Ooh, I'm actually getting neutral damage in with the energy ball. We'll take that. Coming in with another Twista. Okay, check out my first or final shield here. Sand Slash coming in with the drill run. Ooh, okay. That's concerning. Can I survive it? It's gonna be drill run. The answer is no. Okay, finish off with I had such high hopes with the start, but I just couldn't get it to... Dang, that's heartbreaking. I probably banked too much energy on Quackable. And that's what killed me. RIP's there, but nonetheless, GG's all around. Oh man. I think that settles it. I'm done with Weather Cup for the rest of the season. And just. Yeah, I don't know. We did as well as we could, I guess. But unfortunately, we very much got our butts handed to us at the very end there. Getting our yellow down to 21-26. And just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Yeah, Vaporeon, Piloswine, Lunatone. Yeah, I'd agree on that. I don't got any strong fighting. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I can help look that up. Sorry if I'm disappointed in myself for that last performance. That was disgusting. Vaporeon, Piloswine, and Lunatone. I don't see too many grass types, but I fear. Well, Piloswine is like a double-edged sword with grass types because it's strong against it, but it's also weak against it. Fighting ice or grass to try and kill things that kill your Piloswine. True. Actually, I feel like a good flying type would work really well for your team. Because right now, I feel like your team has... Well, again, your biggest coverage against grass types is your Piloswine, who's also weak to grass types. So I feel like having something a little bit safer against that would be good. Plus, I guess you got neutral play with Vaporeon against fighting types. I guess Piloswine's strong against flying. Also Steel. Steel might be... I can see Venusaur. Zapdos will be interesting. You don't see Zapdos all too often. Yeah, some electric coverage. Oh yeah, because Piloswine will get pretty hard countered by water. That's true. Depending on what you're running as your second, Empoleon might be a pretty nasty mon against your entire team. So yeah, I guess like TK Ujo said, fighting type would be good. I'm not sure what kind of coverage you have on Piloswine. PV Poke has his preferred moveset as Powder Snow, Icicle Spear, and Stone Edge. But yeah, you can swap out Stone Edge for like... Or high horsepower is actually a really solid second charge move. Albeit I think it's rather expensive, but yeah, it hits like a truck. But yeah, I feel like Empoleon's probably gonna be your biggest threat. Cradily will probably also be pretty nasty, not gonna lie. It's got that. Cradily in general is really nasty to deal with. I feel like Piloswine puts up a pretty good fight with Powder Snow and Icicle Spear, but no man, that looming grass knot's always nasty. Plus you get neutral damage from was it Rock Tomb while also lowering your attack. You could rock your own Empoleon. If you do have an Empoleon or you're ever looking to set up an Empoleon, Empoleon's a pretty good option. The only thing is you do need this community move hydro cannon to really make it shine, but I feel like that comes out occasionally enough. Annihilate would be fun. I do like Annihilate. Anytime Annihilate would be is a suggested mon. I'll back Annihilate. Three one last game. Oh, then you're good. But yeah. I do like it. It does seem like a very like overall it's very spicy choices, and I like it. I would, if anything, if you're looking to invest in a. I feel like Vaporeon's like a good mon and all, but I feel like it kind of lacks in extra coverages. So I'm wondering if I would probably recommend a better cover, like a Watermon with like more general coverage, like Empoleon, or Water Ground is also a solid one. I mean, it doesn't help you with grass coverage, but like Gastrodon, Rocky Mudslap, get you good coverage on Steel. Also pretty bulky. You don't see Swampert as much these days, but Swampert's a fun one if you happen to have Hydro Cannon already packed on it. Or if you want pure water and want to stick with the Kanto region, you can always go with Big Man Blastoise. Got rock type moves in the front. Omastar is an interesting one. I feel it's a little glass cannony, but you get it to work. Wish Cash OG did get the I think Mud Shot kind of boosted. Yeah, not quite where it was when it was heavy meta, but you can still put up a fight. Same with Lantern. Not quite as meta defining as it used to be, but still good. Still good. At least in cups, I would say Mantine or Pelipper, just because of the flying coverage, but it's rather meta dependent. I would say that's probably more for like Weather Cup. You've seen Mantine and Pelipper here and there. Has that kind of coverage going for it. Yeah. Oh, Jellicent. Ghost types are pretty solid. Okay, normal types have been pretty on the rise, so because fighting types have been kind of nerfed to oblivion. So I feel like Great League, normal types have become the dominant mons in the area, namely Licky and was it Furret? I think they've been level 15, 75 games played, 69 won. Oh, that's nice. That's actually really impressive. That's really good. 75 games. Dang, man. Now I'm starting to kind of feel inadequate. I think I got that many wins out of 75 games in one season. Well, shoot. I don't even know why I'm giving any tips to you at this point then. Yeah, because 75 games, to get 69 out of 75, that's fairly high up in the season, though. I could be wrong. Like, it's not that ELO rank, like rank 20 and whatnot, I don't think, but I think it's kind of up there, like, well into the 10s, maybe like rank 15 already. So that's really good. I'm impressed. It's good. It felt like it sounded like it was started 5 days ago. Yeah, impressive. I'm not salty at all. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, good start. And Nikhil Bodupali, I apologize if I'm butchering your username terribly, but hello, welcome to the stream on YouTube. Welcome. Sure, I can show off a little bit of the Pokemons that I'm rocking. And to answer your question, Tiki Ujo, for the Fire Red stream, what basically happened, and I apologize for missing on that. I pretty much, my family and I went to the movies like kind of early morning. We went to go see Spider-Man. It was good. Recommend. If you're into, what was it, comic book action movies, I liked it. I thought it was good. But shortly after, I pretty much went to go take a nap at around 1 in the afternoon, and I did not wake up until 9 in the morning the next day. So I pretty much slept in the entirety of the time that we were supposed to stream Fire Red. So I apologize. That was, I was legitimately unconscious for a period of, I think that's roughly 20 hours if I'm counting correctly. So yeah, that's that was a rough one. Does CP boost affect your stats? CP boost affect your stats? Like from friendship level? Like from being best buddies with your Pokemon? Say no more. Real life saw Spider-Man better than streaming. Agreed. I feel like I don't know how I'd properly. I'm thinking like, is it a hot take to go between? Was it between like how does one compare the latest Spider-Man to the experiences of Pokemon Fire Red? Like where do is that like comparing apples and oranges? Is that anyway? But yeah, he means the higher CP value, the higher stats. But you can at least say please, Nikhil. Calm down now. But yeah, apologies, I am in the midst of also talking through randomly, but I guess I can slowly like scroll through my Pokemon while I'm talking through. But yeah, for the most part, I mean, yes, like in general, like how you level up your Pokemon, its stats increases. The same thing goes with this. So like the higher the CP your Pokemon, the higher your stats will ultimately be. It gets a little bit tricky when it comes to like the CP limited leagues, like how Great League only limits to Pokemon up to 1500 CP, or like how Ultra League only limits to 2500 CP. Into which case, yes, yeah, the higher your CP, the better your stats are. But in terms of like seeing like a Pokemon in comparison to their IV spread, for like this so when you're looking at how to best maximize how close you can get to the CP limit of like Ultra League or Great League, it's best to look at Pokemon whose attack stat are as low as possible. The main reason for that is because the CP value of a Pokemon is heavily dependent, or is much more dependent on its attack stat, or should I say much more weighted by its attack stat than its defense or HP. Meaning it'll get to its CP, that CP limit much faster, or at a much lower level with a higher attack stat than it is if it has a low attack stat. If that makes sense. So like one source that you could probably use to kind of take a look at this is if you were to go to a site like PV Poke, which is a good place to go if you want to see like what's good in the meta for like any open leagues or the gray leagues, like the open leagues or any other theme cups and whatnot. Just want to know because it got 98% shiny Gabite. Oh yeah. So in that case, the 90%, I would go really good for Master League because that one doesn't matter. That one pretty much you just want the highest C possible and to max out your Pokemon as fast as possible. But for example, if I were to do Garchomp, and I'm going to assume at 98% it's around like what 15, 14 or 13. Shiny Garchomp, so they don't. I'm kidding. So for a Garchomp with its highest attack possible, that will get to the highest it can go to 1500 CP, which is actually 1469. It'll get to level 13. Whereas if you had one with so if you had one with like a Garchomp with only one attack stat instead, it actually goes up. Well, in this case, it only goes up half a level, and it's only at 1448. But it's also a bit funky when it comes to scaling. But essentially, you're able to go up half a level more, even though you have like a less attack stat. So it's kind of funky like that. And I do agree, shiny Arctis is a solid shiny. So yeah. So if you're looking to build them on for Great League or Ultra League, you'll probably want to try and look for the ones that have as low of an attack stat as possible while having as much defense HP. That's more in the ballpark of what you're looking for. Now, there's some edge cases where having a higher attack stat is more beneficial, mainly if you're facing against another person's Garchomp and you guys press the charge move at the same time. The one with the higher attack IVs would fire their charge move first, but generally you want to get lower attack in general because you want your Mon to get to that CP level at a CP range at a higher level. If that makes sense. I could probably show it with Corsola is actually a really solid example because like where this one has like 10 attack to it. I have some level spare, and I have been able to get to CP 1497. Whereas if I get one that's more highly ranked, like this Corsola, so this one has no attack set to it, but in order for me to get to the CP range, I need to fully max it out. So this one gets to the full level 50, or technically I can, as the best point, I can do level 50 and a half, whereas this one with the 10 attack stat got here at like level 40 something. Maybe like 48, 49, I'm thinking. But yeah, that's basically okay, on level 43 and a half, yeah. Oh, okay. Apologies lag, but I guess on that note, we'll just go ahead and call it a night here because, yeah, apologies, I'm not. We're looking to end the stream around now anyway, so I'm just gonna call it here. Yeah, apologies to the request on that, but we're just gonna end it here. Yeah, apologies for the technical difficulties throughout tonight, but I do want to still say thank you very much to everyone who tuned in to this stream, and thank you very much to Toxic Savante for the follow on Twitch. Much appreciate. Thank you. If you do want to check out any future streams, you of course subscribe to us on YouTube and or follow us on Twitch. And speaking of Twitch, if you want to catch up on any of the streams that were exclusive to Twitch, the VODs flows are saved on our sister YouTube channel, Voyage Archives. And lastly, if you want to keep up to date on our weekly stream schedules, as well as check our daily happenings, you can also follow us on our socials, Twitter, /X, and Instagram at Voyaging Trainer. Now with that said, let me go over the stream schedule we have planned for the rest of this week. So we have 4 more streams planned. Next one being some emblem battles, some battles for some new emblems in Pokemon TCG Pocket. And that was happening on both YouTube and Twitch. Following that on Wednesday, exclusively on Twitch, we'll be starting up our journey through Splatoon Raiders. Following that, on Thursday on both YouTube and Twitch, we'll be right back here in Pokemon Go's Go Battle League to take on the Evolution Cup. And then closing everything out on Friday on both YouTube and Twitch, we'll be battling it out once again, trying to climb up ranks in Pokemon Champions. That's it. So 4 more streams planned, with tomorrow/later today being Pokemon TCG Pocket. Wednesday exclusively on Twitch is Splatoon Raiders. Thursday on both YouTube and Twitch is Evolution Cup battles in Go Battle League. And Friday on YouTube and Twitch being more battles in Pokemon Champions. Yep. Okay. Well, in an event, once again, that pretty much does it for this stream. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. See you.